Welcome to the Unleashed podcast. If you're looking for a no BS approach to building a successful business, then this show's for you. I'm your host, Kristina Sjolund, sharing an unleashed, real straight talk approach to life and business. So buckle up, put on your big girl panties, and let's get started. Hey there, and welcome back to the Unleashed podcast. I'm your host, Kristina Sjolund. I have a question for you. Do you ever feel lonely? In business, do you ever feel like nobody gets you? Nobody understands your thought process? Like you're talking to your friends and they kind of look at you crazy. You share with them an idea that you were thinking about or an opportunity that you were looking into, and they kind of shoot you down. Or how about when this is what I experience. I don't experience it anymore because I don't share my ideas with my family anymore. But when you're sharing your ideas with your family, do they ever interrupt you completely, like right in the middle of your sentence, and they change the subject 180 degrees? And they start talking to you about somebody that you don't even know. That's what I used to experience. Now I just don't even share my ideas with those people that are in my life anymore. Entrepreneurship it can be a lonely place if you don't find your community. It's kind of like being in a foreign country. I'm talking about before you find your community. It's sort of like being in a foreign country and not knowing the language. Like, you can't communicate. There's a language barrier. And then you're walking along and you find this bar. You go into the bar and all the patrons speak your language. You don't even want to leave because they get you. Like, everyone's having a great time. They're whooping it up, sharing their ideas. Like attracts like. You need to surround yourself with other people who think like you, who take risks, who celebrate your wins. They give you high fives, they help you add to your ideas, and they encourage you to get out of that zone, to get out of that comfort zone and push you further. And in that bar, you also need to find people who encourage you to go farther, encourage you to step beyond what you think you're capable of doing, to step out of that comfort zone. You need to realize the difference between getting out of your comfort zone and going past your capacity. Living in your comfort zone keeps you where you're at. You aren't going to grow inside your comfort zone. You're not going to get to that level that you really want to get to. When you go past your capacity, you're getting out there. You're doing the things that 98% of people won't do because of fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment. So many people have the fear of success. And a lot of people have the fear of finding success and then losing that success. When in all reality, all those things, should be your very reasons to get past that capacity. That bar, there's going to be a few people in there that just stop for a drink. They're on a mission. They go beyond their capacity. They don't care whether you're going with them or not. They're going. They know what it's like to be lonely. They don't need somebody. They don't need somebody with them because they're going regardless. They know that the people that they're going to see at that next stop are going to be big time players. So they're going to come into contact with people who think even bigger than they do. What I learned several months ago, well, let me even back up before that. I pushed myself past my capacity. I didn't know that I could. And I did. I found a lot of success with the company and the business that I was in. I should say am in, because I'm still part of it. But I got to a place where I was comfortable. And here's the thing about me. I'm not comfortable being comfortable. When I'm comfortable, I need to push myself harder. I need to when I'm surrounded by people who wish they were in my position, I realize I need to find people who are where I want to be. I want to be that example for the people who want to be where I'm at, but I also need people who are an example for me to be where I want to go, to my next level. Does that make sense? So when I started working with people who were in my mindset, they're ready to go to that next level. They're like, hey man, I'm going here. I'm like, all right, let's go. Like, I'm going too. I don't know, not necessarily the same, we don't have the same visions. We have different, we have different destinies. We're in different businesses or, whatever the case is, but we're going to another level in our lives and we all communicate. It's a mastermind. Like, that's what I really started getting involved in masterminds, because those people, everybody pushes you really super hard, and I love it. It got me out of my comfort zone, and here I am. Well, a year ago, I would have never thought that I would be talking to all of you on my own podcast. I never would have thought that I would be thinking about putting together online training courses. I would have never thought that I would be writing a book. These are things that now I'm going past my capacity. I'm expanding my boundaries. Because you know why? I don't have boundaries. Unleashed. That's what I'm about. I want you to be about that too. I want you to be able to unleash what you are capable of. Get past that comfort zone. Get past that. Get outside of that and stretch your capacity to where you didn't think you could go. And then once you get there, stretch it again. And it came down to, for me, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. I heard that over and over and over. And about almost a year ago, it really clicked with me. I was like, oh my gosh. I got to get in some more rooms. And that's exactly what I did. So I want you to remember this. That loneliness that you feel, it's because others aren't willing to do what it takes. Misery loves company. And I don't want you to fall into that trap. Where you came from will always, always, always try to pull you back. It's the law of gravity. Break that gravitational pull to not go back. And don't underestimate, just trust me, don't underestimate the strength of that pull. Because when you fall backward, having underestimated the pull and how much force it takes, you give up on yourself and you stop believing in yourself. Instead, you need to go faster. You need to push harder. You need to push harder at it and you'll break through and break that force. And those people outside that bar, those people that don't get your language, they're part of that force. So wave at them from inside. You could be sitting there sipping your drink or, eating your chips and guacamole. Just wave at them from the inside. Find others who'll help get you through, who've been there. Find others who'll get you through, who'll push you, and who've been there. When you get comfortable in the environment that you're in, you have to adapt to the environment of success, okay? You'll be sacrificing things along your journey. You've got to adapt to the environment. There's this, I don't know if you've heard this story before, but there was monkeys who had, I know this is going to sound crazy, but it's really cool. It's a really cool story, and it's something that my simple mind grabs onto these things, and it helps me understand things to a whole different level. So there were these monkeys who they migrated up a mountain. They literally froze their tails off in the winter because it was so cold. And eventually, as they reproduced, the babies were born without tails. You have to adapt to the environment and withstand the temperature if you want to achieve any level of success. And I don't care what it is. It could be a bar, it could be a restaurant, it could be a spa. So whatever it is, you'll have adversity along the way. That's the sacrifice, and you need to get ready. But you have to surround yourself with those people who can help you through that. I hope that makes sense. But I want you to know this. Success doesn't have to be lonely. It's just that you're at a different level. You have a different mindset. You think differently than 98% of the people who are out there. And there are more people like you, trust me, and you will find them. You will find them because like attracts like, and people don't meet by accident. Find your community, find your peeps, find your tribe. You'll all meet in this bar and move on to that next level. Get up to that next level. And those people who are just stopping in that we talked about, they're on that mission. Hang with them because they're going somewhere. They're going places and you can go too. They're going to pull you out of your capacity. Like they're going to push you so far past your capacity that it's going to blow your own mind. I want you to go out and I want you to blow your own mind. Because seriously, it can happen. And sometimes it happens really fast. And sometimes it takes a little bit of extra time. But I'm telling you, your mind, when you blow it, it's going to be the most amazing thing ever. And then what I want you to do, breathe it all in, take it in, celebrate it, and go blow your mind again. Once you reach that level, that taste of winning is a fantastic flavor. And you're going to keep on going past it. You're going to keep going past it. You're going to blow it up. Go out and do it. Find your tribe. Thank you for joining me today on the Unleashed podcast. My hope is that you leave this podcast feeling inspired, fired up, and ready to take the next step to living your dream life. And if you could do me a quick favor, please leave me a 5-star review over on iTunes. I love reading the reviews, and each week I'll choose one special person to win some Unleashed swag. Make sure you add your name to the review, and I'll reach out to you if you're the winner. Thanks again for spending your time with me today. Be sure to visit me at KristinaUnleashed.com for past episodes and more gifts to help you unleash the most successful version of you.